Today I'm leaving Amber in Orbost. She drove me back to her uncle's place. I went to Rosie's bakery again to see if I could get another apple tea cake because I really loved it. But unfortunately they didn't make any today. But if I'm ever in Orbost again and they have them that day, then I will definitely be getting some more. Let's go! So now the next 3 days I will be cycling by myself. Today I'm doing 30 kilometers to Tostaree and I'm staying at the cottages. It said it was a farm stay and that the kids will enjoy the farm animals, and I am also someone who will enjoy the farm animals. There are a couple of turns you have to take before you get to the rail trail when you leave Orbost, and I made the wrong turn and accidentally went under the bridge instead of over it. And I ended up among some woodlands that I didn't really recognize. So luckily I checked the map and I had indeed gone the wrong way, and I was accidentally going towards Marlow instead of towards Bairnsdale and Tostaree. But it was a very lovely trail. So I don't know, maybe it would have been nice to like spend some more time here and investigate some of the other bike trails. Last night I had a lovely chat with some of the people who are also staying here at the same time as me and the owners of this farm stay. It took me some time to fall asleep because I kept hearing very loud cows and their moos sound quite distressed actually, so I don't really know what that's about. And they're also in between a bunch of hills, so their moos are very echoing all over the place. So it sounds kind of funny as well. Today I'm going to try to leave by 8 AM to get to Nowa Nowa and try the shortest runs at the mountain bike park before 9:30 when I have my last test over the phone for my medical admin course. I've had a better look at the Nowa Nowa mountain bike park, and it turns out that a lot of the runs are actually green runs, which is great for me, but a lot of them are very long as well, like they're a few kilometers long, and I'm already doing 60 kilometers today. I'm going to Lakes Entrance. I don't really want to be adding like 10 kilometers to that, so I'm just going to do the run that's like 0.4 and the one that's 0.7. I did both of the short runs before I got my call, so I got everything in today that I wanted to do, and it was really good. I improved on my cornering a bit. There's so much more mountain bike riding that you can do here than in somewhere like Listerfield Lake even, at least especially for a beginner. I think there might be some longer runs at Listerfield Lake that are more advanced, but definitely not where I'm at the moment. I did my first mountain bike ride I think less than a week ago. I also just finished my little tube of sunscreen and I came to the Nowa Nowa general store to top up and they didn't have any, which really shocked me because I thought it was such a staple in Australian stores. And like I'm going to be outside all day, every day for this whole week. So I definitely want to be regularly applying sunscreen. So I really hope it lasts the full 4 hours, although it will probably take me a bit longer than that to get to Lakes Entrance. But I guess I better get going then. Welcome to my bed. Halfway through the Gippsland Lakes Discovery trail, there was a nice little picnic area where I stopped to have lunch. And then the trail was kind of like a downhill mountain bike track, like an easy level mountain bike track. And I was thinking, you know, I wasn't really expecting to be doing more mountain biking, but it seemed doable, so I was like, yeah, let's go. My bike was being so shaken by this path, and I don't actually have a bike packing setup, I have a bike touring setup. So it's not really made for a mountain bike terrain. That's why when I was at the mountain bike park earlier, I actually took off my panniers and I left them at the front of the mountain bike park. But yeah, one of the screws came out of my rear rack. One of my panniers came off and everything was just like such a mess. And then obviously I have no hope of trying to find that screw. But I have my tent strapped to my rear rack and I'm using 2 voile straps on that. But really I only need one. So I used the second one to try and tie the rear rack onto my bike. And it actually worked really well. It got me all the way to Lakes Entrance, but obviously you don't want to be doing that long term. So I went around to a few shops and then found out that there was actually a bike shop that I wasn't even aware of. But I went there and they gave me a replacement screw. So I'm all set for tomorrow. And then I was able to have a lovely joyride along the beach. And I had a lovely big dinner at the hotel. Tomorrow is my last proper day riding. I'm gonna cycle to Bairnsdale. before catching the train to Sale, which is the last place that I want to check out. And it seems that I will need to be cycling along Prince's Highway for 30 kilometers if I want to do it as quickly as possible, which I do. So I'm definitely not very excited about riding on the Prince's Highway. Honestly, I don't really like that idea, and I will try it, but I am definitely keeping in mind the possibility of calling a taxi to take me to somewhere along the rail trail. And finally, before I forget, I would like to do a little gear update. I only have one thing different, but you will notice that I have a new sleeping bag, except it is actually a camping quilt. So this is 650 grams as opposed to my previous sleeping bag, which was 1.4 kilos. And this is definitely as warm. I was expecting it to be warmer, but I'm not completely sure yet. Anyway, after that big meal and after a big ride, I am very tired and I am ready to snooze. So I'll just read a little bit of this book that I borrowed from Bairnsdale, which is called Alfie the Christmas Cat. And I think maybe tomorrow, once I've read a bit more of it, although I don't think it will change my opinion, I will do a little book review as well. So see you tomorrow, and we will see how I go with the Prince's Highway.